Where'd that other Fender go? Where'd that magnetic Fender by Craft&Ride go? Ah, there you are. Come back here, buddy. Ah. So I checked Alexa this morning. She told me it was going to start snowing at 9 o'clock, and we were going to get... Alexa, how much snow are we supposed to get today?
It's snowing right now. You can expect about 0.92 inches.
Yeah, you heard that right. That's to the, not to the 10th place, to the 100th place. Such accuracy. So today we're going to be talking about this Onewheel Fender by Craft&Ride. They've sponsored this video. Thank you, Craft&Ride, for sending me this sweet Fender. Ah, the snow is beautiful though. Nice big fluffy flakes of snow hitting the ground. Love it when it snows. There's just something so peaceful about it. Of course, you've got to be able to navigate this stuff. I want to talk about this here. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So there's an example of why having a removable fender is helpful. Get that snow out of there. Why you don't want snow jammed up in there? If you've ever taken your board apart, you know that under here is your battery. And you see that silver right there? That silver underneath the Cobra pad? That is the battery box. And so to have water gunked, or ice, frozen water, ice and snow gunked up in there, right up against your battery box, and there's the cables going into your battery box, you can see that. To have a bunch of snow packed in there, right next to your battery, as we know, water and electronics usually don't mix, and so beautiful. I wasn't planning on that, but great example of how this Craft&Ride Fender came in handy. I was able to just pop it off, and then when you're done, you just pop it back on, you're ready to go. These magnets are nice and sturdy, holding the Fender onto the table. Hey, look at that. It's like a Spider-Man Fender. That's cool. Haven't had any problems with it falling off or popping off. Of course, I don't do crazy stuff. I mean, to get me to drop off a curb, that's about as crazy as I'm going. I don't do crazy. So before we get into the rest of this review, I'm just going to take off some of this gear. Alright, I'm sporting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hat. You saw my last video, I showed off some footage from a Hawaiian vacation when we went to Maui swimming with the sea turtles. And I did an analogy, the sea turtle to one-wheeling. The sea turtle is all about the stoke, not about speed, but about cruising, about being agile, maneuvering between the rocks. Just chilling on the beach, going from water to land. You know, the sea turtle is very versatile, but not about the speed. I think the same thing goes for the Onewheel. Not about the speed, it's all about the agility, being able to traverse different types of terrain. And I love Sly Dog Stroh's comment where I said the sea turtle is all about the stoke. I didn't even realize I'd said that, but he pointed that out in the comments. So Sly, thank you for that. It's a very nice Fender. I love that you can just pop it on, take it off. If you want a full review, Wheel With Me, their channel, I'll have a link down below, has a great review of them doing all sorts of jumps and bonks and different tricks, and this thing stays on for the most part. Check them out. I don't do a bunch of tricks, I just cruise around, and so you know, I like it mainly for, as you saw, I had some snow packed underneath, and so to be able to just pop it off, clean out the snow so the snow's not sitting right up against my battery and melting and getting into the electronics, I think that is huge. The other thing is, a lot of people I know, they like to ride their Onewheel in the snow with their without a fender, but then I feel like you get too much snow kind of kicking up onto your shoes. And the one thing that I've learned, so these skater shoes, while great for skating, they're no good for snow. And you get snow on them, the snow melts, they're not waterproof, the water gets into your feet. Wet, cold feet, no fun. I just want to show off this fender compared to my other two fenders that I use. So I brought with me the stock fender. So this is a stock fender, Craft&Ride fender. Some of the major differences, you know, the Onewheel fender, the stock fender, you can only get in black. This you can get in multiple colors. The Craft&Ride Spectrum magnetic fender you can get in all sorts of colors. I love the orange. The weight wise, it's actually lighter. I don't have a scale with me, but this feels heavier. The Craft&Ride feels lighter. And then the shape is actually a little different, so let's point this out. So if you look at the stock fender, you've got this gradual tapering that happens, and whereas the tapering here is more subtle. It's a more subtle taper on the edges. But then the main difference that you'll notice when you turn them side by side is the opening, the window for the wheel is actually smaller. Check that out. It's a little bit smaller. It's more oval shaped and oblong, so it's smaller on the sides laterally, left and right, but up top I think they did that so that you can see the top of the wheel better. So while you're not seeing the front or the back of the wheel, it's a little more obscured near the front and near the back. There's more of an opening up top, as opposed to on this guy you have more left and right widening of the opening. Difference there with the design. Craft&Ride fender, the magnetic, just pop it on, pop it off. Very handy on days like this where you're gonna get snow and debris trapped between your wheel and the fender. To be able to take that off, I think that's money. So let's go over one more fender, the other fender that I have, and that's the Float Life fender. Float Life fender, this is going to be the least expensive fender that you'll be able to get on the market. This one is nice. It's also detachable. This is flexible, fits in your bag nice and easily. So this is a great alternative if you're looking for a cheap fender. There's always the stock fender, which I think is important if you are interested in attaching accessories to your fender, like Ranger modifications where you're sticking on actual extra batteries onto the fender. I mainly wanted to show off the differences between these different fenders. You've got the stock fender, Float Life fender, and the Craft&Ride fender, Spectrum magnetic fender. You guys decide what you want, but for me, I think each has its own purpose. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you were a fan of the original show, back in what, the 80s? Maybe the 90s, I can't remember. Let me know in the comments below. I love the show. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? You want me to sing the theme song to prove it? I'll sing part of it for you, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. They're heroes in a half shell and they're green. When the evil Shredder attacks, the turtle force, don't give them no slack. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power. I'm kind of feeling like a ninja now putting this on. So be safe out there, guys. Just like the Ninja Turtles, have your half shell on. Heroes in a half shell.